Test. Okay, let's go. I was a wee bit busy this week, and I was tired, and it couldn't be ours, but and some circumstances, but doesn't matter. Let's go. Last video, one view, top G, 2104. Amazing. 2104, yeah. This is 5th of April, now it's the 11th. Yes. Test. Yes, okay, 2104. Let's begin. He should not defile himself as a leader among his people, so as to profane himself. They shall not make any baldness on their head or shave off the edges of their beard or make any cuttings in their flesh. They shall be holy to their God, and they shall not profane the name of their God, for they present Jehovah offering by fire, the food of their God, therefore they shall be holy. They shall not make a woman who is harlot or profaned, nor shall now shall they take a woman put away from her husband, for the priest is holy to God, holy to his God, okay. You shall sanctify him, therefore, for he presents the food of your God. He shall be holy to you, for I, Jehovah, who sanctifies you, am holy. And the daughters of any priest, she profanes herself throughout prostitution, she profanes her father, she shall be burned with fire. Oh, top G statement. Burn the prostitutes with fire. Oh my god. We're off to a great start. We're off to a fucking banger, guys. We're off to a fucking banger. It's not even a minute in, bro. Let me just type the funny moment. 1:30ish, okay. And he who is the high priest among his brothers, or whose head the anointing oil has been poured, and who has been consecrated to put on the garments, shall not let the hair of his head go loose, nor tear his clothes. Neither shall he approach any dead person, nor defile himself, even for his father or his mother. Neither shall he go out of the sanctuary, nor profane the sanctuary of his God, for the consecration of the anointing oil in his God is upon him. I am Jehovah. He should take a wife in her virginity, a widow or divorced woman or profane woman or harlot, those he shall not take, but rather a virgin of his own people he should take as wife, and he shall not profane his seed among his people, for I, Jehovah, who sanctifies him. Then Jehovah spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to Aaron, saying, None of your seed throughout their generation who has a defect shall approach to praise the food of his God. For no one who has a defect shall approach, one who is blind or lame, or with a disfigured nose, or with an extended limb. What is lame? Ah, very cool. Or with a disfigured nose, or with an extended limb. Bitte? Holy shit. I heard some noises made, I heard some voices. I'm either tweaking out, is the vacuum cleaner, we have a robotic one, or yeah, or I heard something from above. I don't know, bro. What the fuck just happened? Let me write this funny moment as well. Okay. One who has a broken foot or a broken hand, or a hunchback or a dwarf, or one who has a defect in size or what is eczema? What the fuck is eczema? No Wi-Fi? Yes, Wi-Fi. No Wi-Fi? No Wi-Fi? Am I crashing? Test? It's fine. Okay. Crush testicles. None of his. Okay. Or crushed testicles, bro. What the fuck? Fucking amazing. I love the Bible so much. Just. Crush testicles. None of the seed of Aaron, the priest who has a defect, shall come near to present Jehovah's offerings by fire. He has a defect, he shall not come near to present the food of his God. He may eat the food of his God, both of the most holy and of the holy. But he shall not go in unto the veil or come near the altar, because he has defects, for so that he does not profane my holy places, for I am Jehovah, sanctifies them. So Moses spoke to Aaron and to his sons and to all the children of Israel. Then Jehovah spoke to Moses, saying, Tell Aaron and his sons to be careful with the holy things of the children of Israel, which they sanctify to me, so that they do not profane my holy name. I am Jehovah. Say to them, if anyone among all your seed, if any among all your seed throughout your generations approaches the holy things which you Israel sanctify to Jehovah, and his uncleanness is upon him, that a person shall be cut off from before me. I am Jehovah. No one of the seed of Aaron who is a leper or has a discharge may eat any of the holy things until he is clean, and whoever touches anything that is unclean because of contact with a dead person, or a man whose seed of copulation is gone from him, or whoever touches any creeping thing by which he may be made unclean, or a man by whom he may be made unclean, whatever his uncleanness. The person who touches anything, such thing shall be unclean until the evening, and shall not eat of the holy things unless he has bathed his body in water. And when the sun sets, he shall be clean, and afterwards he may eat the holy thing, because it is his food. He shall not eat an animal which has died or stolen by beasts, or to become unclean by it. I am Jehovah. They shall therefore keep my charge, so that they do not bring sin upon themselves because of it, and die by it, because they profane it. I am Jehovah who sanctifies them. No stranger may eat any holy thing. A sojourner with a priest or hired servant shall not eat any holy thing. But if a priest acquires anyone to purchase with his money, that one may eat of it, and those who are born in his house may eat of his food. And if a priest's daughter is married to a stranger, she shall not eat of the half offering of the holy things. But if priest's daughter becomes a widow of divorce and has no child, and she returns to her father's house, as in her youth, she may eat of the father's food, but no stranger may eat of it. If a man eats the holy thing in ignorance, then he shall add 1/5 of its value to it, and shall give the holy thing to the priests. And they shall not profane the holy things of the children of Israel that they offer to Jehovah, and so cause them to bear the inquiry that brings guilt when they eat the holy things, for I am Jehovah who sanctifies them. Then Jehovah spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to Aaron and to his sons, and to all the children of Israel, and say to them, when anyone of the house of Israel or of the sojourners of Israel presents his offering, whether it is any of their vows or any of the freewill offerings which they present to Jehovah for a burnt offering. When anyone of the house of Israel or the sojourners of Israel presents this offering, okay, it shall be a male without blemish from a cattle. Blemish was like bad shit, right? Probably. But whether whatever has blemish shall not present, for it will not be acceptable for you. And whoever presents a sacrifice of peace offering to Jehovah to make a special vow, or for a free offering from the herd or from the flock, it shall be perfect to be accepted. There shall be no blemish in it. You shall not present those to Jehovah anything blind or injured or maimed or having a mime. What's maimed? Injured or okay. Or having a suppuration. What is suppuration? Pus. Or scale, nor shall you make an offering by fire from them or on the altar to Jehovah. An ox or lamb that has anything superfluous or lacking in its part, that you may offer for a free offering, but they shall not be accepted for a vow. Anything with his testicle bruised or crushed or broken or cut, you shall not present to Jehovah. You shall not do this in your land. And from the hand of a foreigner, you shall not present the food of your God from any of these, because their corruption is in them. There is blemish in them, they shall not be accepted for you. That Jehovah spoke to Moses, saying, when an ox or a sheep or a goat is born, it shall remain 7 days with its mother, and from the 8th downward it shall be accepted to the offering of an offering by far to Jehovah. But whether a cow or a sheep, you shall not slaughter both it and its young on 1 day. And when you sacrifice a sacrifice of thanksgiving to Jehovah, you shall sacrifice it so that you may be accepted. On the same day it shall be eaten, you shall leave none of it until the morning. I am Jehovah, therefore you shall keep my commandments and do them. I am Jehovah, and you shall not profane my holy name, but I will be sanctioned among the children of Israel. I am Jehovah who sanctifies you, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am Jehovah. That's long. Then Jehovah spoke to Moses, saying, speak to the children of Israel, and say to them, as to the anointed feasts of Jehovah, which you shall proclaim as holy convocations. These are my appointed feasts. 6 days work shall be done, but on the 7th day there is a Sabbath of complete rest, a holy convocation. You shall do no work. It is Sabbath to Jehovah in all your dwelling places. These are the appointed feasts of Jehovah, even the holy convocations, which you shall proclaim at their appointed time. In the first month, on the 14th day of the month, at twilight, is Jehovah's Passover, and on the 15th day of the month is the feast of unleavened bread to Jehovah. 7 days you shall not eat unleavened bread. On the first day you shall have a holy convocation, you shall not do work, you shall do no work of labor, but you shall present an offering by fire to Jehovah 7 days. On the 7th day there shall be a holy convocation, you shall do no work of labor. Then Jehovah spoke to Moses, saying, speak to the children of Israel, and say to them, may you come into the land which I am giving you, and to reap its harvest. Then you should bring the sheaf of the first fruits. What is sheaf? Sheaf, a bundle or sacks. Okay. Bundle of the first fruits of your harvest to the priest, and you shall wave the sheaf offering before Jehovah for your acceptance. On the day after the Sabbath, the priest shall wave it. And on the day when you wave the sheaf, you shall offer a male lamb, a year old without blemish, as a burnt offering to Jehovah. And its meal offering shall be 2/10 of an ephah of fine flour mingled with oil, offering by fire to Jehovah for a satisfying fragrance, and his drink offering shall be wine, 1/4 of hin. And you shall eat no bread or parched grain or flesh years until the same day until you have brought the offering of your God. It shall be a perpetual statute throughout your generations in all your dwelling places. And you shall count for yourself from the day after Sabbath. For the day that you brought the sheaf of the heave offering, there shall be 7 complete Sabbaths. You shall count 50 days until the day after the seventh Sabbath, and you shall present a new meal offering to Jehovah. You shall bring out of your dwelling places 2 wolves as a wave offering. It shall be of 2/10 of an ephah of fine flour baked with leaven as first fruits to Jehovah. And you shall present with the bread 7 lambs, a year old blemish, and 1 bull with hair of 2 rams. They shall be a burnt offering to Jehovah, and a meal offering and their drink offerings, an offering by fire for satisfying fragrance to Jehovah. And ye shall make 1 male goat for a sin offering, and 2 male lambs a year old for a sacrifice of peace offerings. And the priest shall wave them with the bread and of the first fruits as a wave offering before Jehovah with the 2 lambs. They shall be holy to Jehovah for the priest. And you shall not make a proclamation of the same day. You shall have a holy convocation. You shall do no work of labor. It shall be a perpetual statute in all your dwelling places among your generations. And when you reap the harvest of your land, you shall not completely reap the corners of your field, nor shall you gather the gleaning of your harvest. You shall leave them for the poor and for the sojourner. I'm Jehovah your God. That is gleaning. Obtain. Left our grain after. Okay. I'm Jehovah your God. Then Jehovah spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, saying, In the 7th month of the first day of the month, you shall have a complete rest of the memorial commemorated by the blowing of trumpets and holy convocation. You shall do no work or labor, but you shall present an offering by fire to Jehovah. Then Jehovah spoke to Moses, saying, And on the 10th day of the 7th month, in the day of expiation, you shall have a holy convocation, and you shall afflict your souls and present an offering by fire to Jehovah. And you shall do no work on the same day, because there is expiation, to make expiation on your behalf before Jehovah your God. If there is any person who does not afflict himself on the same day, he shall be cut off from his people. And if any person does any work on the same day, I will destroy the person from among his people. You shall do no work, it shall be a perpetual statute throughout your generations in all your dwelling places. It shall be to you a Sabbath of complete rest, and you shall afflict your souls on the 9th day of the month, of the evening, from evening to evening, you shall keep your Sabbath. Then Jehovah spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, saying, On the 15th day of the 7th month is the feast of tabernacles for the 7th day to Jehovah. On the first day shall be a holy convocation, you shall do no work of labor. 7 days you shall present an offering by fire to Jehovah. On the 8th day you shall have a holy convocation, you shall present an offering by fire to Jehovah. It is a solemn assembly. Yes, I'm glad. It seems a solemn assembly, you shall do no work of labor. These are the appointed feasts of Jehovah, which you shall proclaim as holy convocations, to present an offering by fire to Jehovah, burnt offerings and meal offerings, sacrifices and drink offerings, each on its own day, besides offering fire to Jehovah. The assembly shall disappoint. 7 days you shall present offering the solemn assembly, you shall do no work of labor. They are the appointed feasts of Jehovah, which shall proclaim as holy convocations to present an offering by far to Jehovah, burnt offerings, so mini offerings. Right. Offering me offering, sacrifices, and drink offerings each on its own day. These are the appointed feasts of Jehovah, which you shall proclaim as holy convocations to present sacrifice and drink offerings each on its day, besides the Sabbath and Jehovah of Jehovah, and besides your gifts. And besides all your vows, and besides all your fair reward offerings which you gave to Jehovah. Then on the 15th day of the 7th month, when you have gathered in the produce of the land, you shall keep a feast to Jehovah for 7 days. On the first day shall be a complete rest, and on the 8th day you shall take a complete rest. On the first day you shall make yourselves the product of stately trees, branches, well, whereas branches of. On the first day you should take yourself the product of stately trees, branches of palm trees, and broad boughs of leafy trees, and willows on the brook, and you shall rejoice before Jehovah your God for 7 days, and you shall keep the feast of Jehovah 7 days in the year. Jehovah, and you shall rejoice before Jehovah your God for 7 days. Trees and broad of leafy trees, you shall keep it as a feast of Jehovah 7 days in the year. It shall be a perpetual statute to the generation. You shall keep it in your 7th month. And you shall keep it to Jehovah 7 days. It shall be a perpetual statute throughout the generation. You shall keep it the 7th month. You shall dwell in the booths 7 days. And who are native in Israel shall dwell in booths, so that your descendants may know what they made to the children of Israel, and dwell in booths when they brought them out of the land of Egypt, Jehovah your God. And Moses declared the children of Israel the appointed feast of Jehovah. Then Jehovah spoke to Moses, saying, command the children of Israel to bring to you pure oil of beaten olives for the light, to make the lamps burn continuously outside the veil of testimony in the tent of meeting. Aaron shall set it in oil from evening to morning before Jehovah consistently. It shall be a perpetual statute throughout the generations. He shall keep the lamps in order to pure lampstand before Jehovah continuously. Okay, I'll end it here, lads. GG.